Peace and blessings, everyone. Just joining on. Mm, just giving everybody some time to join on here. Oh, when they start that feature, that's fire. Oh. What's good, Rams? What's good, Dave? Forever After Money. Peace and blessings to y'all and everybody else that's joining in. I seen you at me. I was right and I didn't look at it though. Forever After Money. I'm gonna look and see what you said. Uh, let's see a few. Lily, Peace Queen, Angie, Peace Queen. What was it? Well, Alicia. All right. So it's 34. I'll start in 1 minute. Davion. Peace though, King. What's up? You didn't call out of work for that. How you feeling though? I haven't seen you in a while. Pat, what's up, King? Peace, King. Jonice, Peace Queen. Damn. Hopefully you feel better, bro. I don't think you ever joined one of these before. Or you might have. No, actually, probably like episode 1 or something. It's different now. But all right. So we'll start. People are still coming in, but I'll start now. So um first I want to start off with just saying, matter of fact, I'll wait to say it when a little more people come in. All right, so how do I want to start off? First, peace and blessings to everybody in here. Let's start with that. How everybody feeling? I got my dang allergies is acting up, man. Shit blowing my. All right, no more. So I'm gonna start off with a prayer, and then I'll go into faith and alignment, and then I start with market structure. Spend 40 minutes on that, and then I go. Oh, and then after that we go to healing starts in the mind, the main topic for today's live, and then speak life. Uh, with Jason. That's the reflection and accountability segment. Um, so then we after that we got ownership over consumption, then building legacy, not just income, and lastly breaking mental and financial chains, which is my favorite one. That's gonna be my favorite one today. All right. I hope I hope he takes over. Let me get through this. My allergies busting right now. And I thought they went away. I didn't get them at all last year. And then I just got up and that thing just smacked me. I was worse though earlier. Um I start telling myself, start talking to myself, and I act like in my mind I act like the cells are actively I don't act. I really like visualize the cells fight off the bad cells. I do that in my head and I start telling myself I'm not sick or I don't got allergies and stuff, and that it really works. It really works. It took like 2 hours. All right, where I'm at, where I'm at. Peace and blessings to everybody on here. Opening up with the prayer. As soon as I trying to find damn, I'm all over the place, huh? That ain't nothing new though, right? Wouldn't be KT Peace King. Okay. I just got my superpowers just now. All right. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, owner of the day of judgment. Thee alone we worship. Thee alone was asked for help. Show us the straight path, the path of those whom thou hast favored, not the path of those who earn thine anger, nor of those who go astray. AV, go get it. Peace, King. And in Arabic, we say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim, ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. I greet everybody in the words of peace be upon you, and in Arabic we say Assalamu alaikum. I'm gonna have to sip that the whole time. Melissa, peace queen. All right. Faith and alignment. Peace, Queen. Peace, Talisha. Happy Wednesday. All right. How you feeling? I'm feeling incredible. I'm feeling incredible, Rams. How you feeling? Is that Rams? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Feeling blessed.
Where?
Feeling good. Snipers, what up? What's good, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
See, I see you.
Yeah, KT. Peace to the gods. Peace to the goddesses. Jason. That's. Let me see where Jason at. You know he be losing track of time sometimes.
I'll hit him up right now.
Oh, I bet.
I'm
That
gonna go
part.
backstage and get up with Jay right now.
I bet. Hustle up and buy. Are you new? Peace. Peace to you. Peace and blessings to you. All right. So faith and alignment, and then I'm gonna jump into market structure to see what's going on. I don't know what just happened, but so I'm gonna go into market structure after this. Last time I checked, the market was ranging. Um, I haven't looked at it since like 11, something like that. Um, so yeah, but SLB is going crazy. So I can't wait to pull up the chart, see where that's at. If it hit 55 yet, if it didn't, don't tell me. Anyway, all right. So Rams one of the hardest working men I've seen. Rams don't play; he be grinding. All right. So faith and alignment. Trying to get my body to cooperate. What the hell? All right, so I don't stand before you as a man who's never tripped. I don't stand here pretending that the road has been smooth. We are all, every single one of us, works in progress. There is a difference between a man who is stumbling towards the light and a man who is comfortable in the dark. The geometry of the soul is when we talk about faith and alignment, but what is alignment for a flawed human being? It is the constant, daily, painful process of straightening what the world has bent. See, the world is designed to twist you. The world wants your mind crooked. The world wants your heart fragmented. The world wants you to believe that because you aren't perfect, you don't have to strive. That is a lie. You don't have to be perfect to be aligned. You just have to be honest. How can God fix what you are too proud to admit is broken? How can the master architect straighten your life if you are out here pretending you aren't leaning? You're having a war within yourself. Every rising you wake up or rise up, there's a war. It's a war between your higher self, that part of you that is not made in the image and likeness of the creator. Pardon me. That part of you that is made in the image and likeness of the creator. And your lower self, that part of you that wants to take the easy way out. That part of you that wants to lie, to cheat, to be lazy, to blame everyone else for the lack of discipline. Alignment is when you look in the mirror and say, I'm not where I need to be, but I thank God that I'm not where I used to be. It is the sincerity of your struggle that catches the eye of the Almighty. He doesn't expect you to be a guy. He expects you to submit to him so he can make you a man, a woman, a force to be reckoned with. You wonder why your life feels like a short circuit. You wonder why you have moments of brilliance followed by weeks of darkness. It's because you're flickering. You're in and out. One day you're on your knees in prayer, and the next day you're back in the mud of your old habits. We got to lock in. You cannot have a part-time God and expect full-time protection. You cannot have a part-time faith and expect full-time breakthroughs. We are talking about the author of existence. He knows your flaws. He knows your secrets. He knows the things you're ashamed to even whisper, and yet he is still offering you the alignment. He is still offering you the power, but you have to choose it. You have to want it more than your excuses. This is why we say healing starts in the mind. You have to heal the way you see yourself. Stop seeing yourself as a victim of your past. Stop seeing yourself as a slave to your mistakes. If you are breathing, you have a chance to get in order. So this Wednesday, we aren't just talking about faith, we are practicing it. We are admitting our crookedness so that the light of truth can straighten us out. I know I joke a lot, but don't you dare come into this session thinking it's a game. We are talking about your life, my life, our life. We are talking about legacy. We are talking about God. So we got to straighten our back, humble our heart. Let us strive together to get in alignment with the one who never fails us. And then I can go right into market structure with that. And I feel crazy, man. I just want to scream. All right, so I'm about to share my screen, and I'm not going to forget. And if I do forget, don't even say nothing. No, because I'm tired of y'all telling me every time. Like, can I find out on my own? Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little cranky. These allergies busting my head right now. All right. Yes. We're back to where we was this rising. You know what it looks like it's doing? Yes, look, so price looks like it's waiting for all. I was watching this since like last night. I watched it right here. Oh, it's the 30 minute. I watched it. I believe it was here, this one, and I watched how price went up, but it waited for price. I mean, it waited for the moving averages to come next to it before it continued. So price caught up. I mean, the moving averages all caught up right here, and then we got a nice burst. But we were consolidating. This move was like dragging the whole night, but it was waiting for the moving averages to catch up. And I still have a decline. Well, my 5-day moving average, this thick orange line, is still sloping down, but it looks like we're waiting for the 200 to come over here. The 200 come up here, then you could jump below all your moving averages. So far, I said it. 7,167 was our resistance. I said this rising, and it looks like I hit that thing right on the mark. I was probably like 50 cents off. That's amazing. So that's resistance right now. That's a heavy area. Wait. All right. I thought I wasn't sharing my screen. I was, woo, that boy traumatized. Dang. So, all right. This is the 30-minute. Let me check the hourly. Gotta get myself in it. Pull myself together. And 20. The 5 is invalidating everything. We're waiting for something. Oh, Christ. We could have took off prices being pinned. It's the man Iran and the U.S. too much. So here it go right here. So this is the first time frame I see it. We have the 5-day crossing down the 10 and the 20. In order for me to have, like, I was showing somebody on the Zoom yesterday. So Hood, in order, so look how, so the way Hood flipped this is crazy. So if you're bullish, you want to see like if it's a strong trend to the upside, you want to see your moving averages stacked in order. Up top is going to be my 5, my 10, my 20, my 100, my 200. So look, my 5 orange, green 10, yellow 20, blue 100, red 200. But they weren't rising up. It looks sloppy all right here. One thing that Hood did that was crazy. It trapped a lot of people. This is a key level right here. This white line right here that I got here. And this area right here is where buyers got trapped, because what happened was the whole time the 200 was creeping up, but look what the 200 was doing. So mind you, if you're bullish, you need them to stack from 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200. If you're looking for puts, you want it vice versa. 200, 100, 50, 20, 10, 5. Look what the 200 did. It was at the bottom right here when price broke below here. We got stuck below here, and then price came and crossed the 100 moving average. That was so smooth, because now the 200 is at the top, the 100's right here. It's just the lower moving averages is still out of order. But if we lose 75, this thing will flush down and it'll get in order. So it's just crazy how that move happened. One more thing is, when I was on Zoom, I was showing them like the algos, how these things connect. So like, if I take this candle up here, or if I take our trend line from our buying channel, watch, this. I could do that, or yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then watch this. I'll take the lower, or swing low down here. Oh shit. I just want to show y'all this because this is amazing what price does. So we got, this is a buying channel. I need 2 to 3 touches for me to consider it a buying channel. The body, not the wick. This is 1 for me. This would be 2 for me. We still closed right in it. This is 3. The wick is right there. And if I don't want to count that, I could count this over here. So, but look at the algorithm. So this is the buying channel, buying channel, buying channel. You look for sideways chop right here. Look at this right here. It did it here too. When you start seeing a little resistance, but you want to see smaller candles like this over here. So I knew the momentum wasn't dying yet, but it was fading. Look right here. The momentum is dying. So then now I see this. When you see the stock going sideways like this, it's ready to break out to the upside or downside. But when it's to the downside, and if this was a pole, like a horizontal pole, would have, how do I explain this? It's like it's how price going up. This isn't crazy strength. You could tell this is low volume right here. If it was a lot of volume, this right here, this consolidation right here would have been good, would have ripped up. With this little bit of volume and this consolidation right here, I would have been worried already. And then this right here, see, it proves it. And then long story short, we bounce off our support, this area that we consolidate. And then we're supposed to go back into the channel, but we didn't. But look how the channel connects. This is our buying channel, and look how the buying channel hits the top. Isn't that amazing? Look how the body hits our white trend line. We even got a wick showing us that this is resistance. Look at that. And then look how they connect right here, the white and red in the center, the white and red trend lines. Now look what happens when you lose this white line. That's structure. When you lose that white line, you fall into a selling channel. You came up and retested. You broke the white line. You don't never get in on the break. You go back up, fake out right here. That's your first fake out. You come down, and then boom. Well, what it did was go down. You think you're breaking your selling channel. You get in puts. Your first fake out right here. Goes up. This is your second fake out right here. A lot of people just go in when it breaks. And then it comes down, breaks our white line, retests our white line, rejects, comes down, retest our white line again, reject, tries to retest, reject. So you get like your your retest, and then it falls. I just wanted to show y'all, look how it's connected, the buying channel to the selling channel. It's amazing. And then yeah, I got my fibs on here. He wants to see what fibs are for. But price action is it's pretty easy to learn. It's more so the psychology part of trading. That's the hardest. That's the first thing we should learn. If I could do it over, I would learn risk man. Well, the psychology part is just your whole life. Like they always say, the market exposes what your real life is. So that should already be good, but well, it should be good. But risk management and position sizing would be the first thing that I will learn because the charting it took the probably the longest to perfect, but really not. Trading psychology is gonna be the longest, but it's the easiest. Charts. It's so easy to learn how to chart. Um. Anyway, so let's see. I had a trend line here. This is our last trend line from February 26th. Let me drag that over because I haven't in a while. See where my rejections is. Place right on the body. And I'm looking right here. Yeah, I'm used to doing it, so I could still see like I could get it on the exact spot without zooming in so far. See this right here? This red candle hit our white trend line. So boom, I know that's the spot. So stay with me. So now we got that trend line. Now we come over here. Now look, we're getting resistance off that white trend line. So now we got to see what happens at ES. This right here, when you're um consolidating at resistance like this, is either doing one thing, ready to break up or fall. But a lot of the times it does that, it's going to fall. I'm looking at the wicks, like here, distribution, all these wicks up here. Snatch the liquidity off the last retest. You once you break this low right here, you collapse. So up here, it's going to be candles bounce off candles reject off candles. It's going to be here. Our top, I go with the biggest candle, the engulfing candle. It's the highest one as well. So we'll drag our trend line over, and you'll see price is rejecting that one candle. This is the line I just drew right here. You can see it act as resistance here, right here. Fake out is right here. 70% of the time that a stock breaks your support or resistance or your trend lines, it's a fake out. Fake out, fake out, break down, snatch liquidity, come up, retest, possibly snatch liquidity again in this zone. Right now, they're pinning us. They're like trying to smoke our contracts right now. I don't. So right now, let's see. ES needs to hold that 7,135 level. Nasty day. Boring day. If I'm looking for a drop, I need to go to NQ. It broke my box. I didn't get a retest. I will never chase this move. It has to come back. It don't have to, but in order to go long for me, it has to come there and retest. So let's see what to do. Wow, NQ is ripping. I'm right now. I'm looking at the peaks. This is what I'm looking at. This. I put it on the body of this candle right here. These candles here. This one. This one. NQ. NQ's going off. So let me see where NQ is going to. I'm just going to measure from the top of my box to the bottom of my box. So I got NQ going to 27,186.25 ticks. Let's see what happens here. Let me look at SPY real quick. SPY is at my resistance. So this must be 710.80. Oh, 710.66. Look how nice I am with the fibs. Look how it hit the exact. Look at that. Fib mastery. Look at that. One thing that I want to oh shit. One thing that I want to say is I do notice like, well, hold on. About to toot my horn for like 10 seconds. Should have drunk it like this. All right, so one thing that I did notice is maybe 20 seconds. I'm gonna toot my horn for. I'm really good at charting. Yeah. Noticed that like 2 nights ago. I'm really hard on myself. I don't like praises, but one thing I do know is I don't want nobody thinking like that this is like easy. I don't know, it just hit me like 2 nights ago. Like I I don't have a normal mind. Like I have a burning desire and obsessiveness nature, like with things that I love. Like my grind is different. It's like it's exhausting for most. Even some days for me it might, but I know how to push through the fire. It's very exhausting. Um if you're weak minded, you'll get depressed. The type like my work ethic. Um I just want everybody to know it's like it's really, really difficult. You gotta really grind, sit there, look at data, read all day, look at data all day, watch videos all day, chart all day, and still live your life outside of that, especially if you got kids. You know, I got 5 now and all that. It's a lot. So it's just not easy at all. And it took me, I didn't master it, but it took me to get where I was like, I just got to the point. My confidence always been high. I'm confident every setup, but when I just got to the point where, like I always say, I'm gonna be the best trader, but I just got to the point where I see it, and that was like 2 nights ago. I seen it. I was up like 1 in the morning, 1 in the rising, and I forgot what I was doing. Long story short, I seen it, and it took me what we 2026 to get where I'm at now. I learned really fast the first 6 months, and then I thought I had it. I went on a 2 month losing streak, meaning I didn't lose every single day, but I had no positive P&L. No week, not 1 week. Cause I'll make a bag one day, probably hit another bag the next day, but I'll get too greedy the third day, too confident the third day, and I'll wash all of it. I didn't have a positive week in 2 months. So this probably like a year in, I quit. But I don't know. I quit. Let me just say it like that. But God always direct me back to the things He want me to do. So I quit, and every time I quit, it's not even like I quit. It's like I got laid off, and I just really locked in on learning it. I didn't chart or nothing. I just stepped away from it. Every now and then, I just start watching YouTube and stuff for a straight year, almost 8, 9, 10 months. I know I left Chris Sain's group in 2023, and then I just started watching Trap, doing fundamentals, and then 2 years ago, that's when it started. And when y'all see me in the Patreon, that's when I, in my opinion, start to master moving averages and trend lines and stuff like that, y'all was watching me uh elevate literally in the Patreon, and then I felt as though I outgrew it. I left, and now we're here with our own Discord and stuff. It took me probably like 3.5 years to find my setup and to make money in my setups. It takes a long time. That's all I'm here. That's what I'm getting at. It takes a long, long time, and you got to be calculated about it. Like, I don't think nobody should start off day trading. I think everybody should start off trading shares. We're talking about trading, not investing. Trading shares, and then you trade leaps, and then swings, and then day trading. Um, Day trading will make you depressed if you, because it are already the charts and stuff like that. But day trading takes a toll on your mind. Though it controls your life. Like, I guess it all depends, but honestly, in my opinion, it controls your life. I day traded for like, I don't know, it was months, but I still do it. But every now and then, I balance it. But it's a process. Um, and I don't know why I went on that, but I felt as though I really had to talk about that. So now we go to my baby, and wow, talk to me. Wow, that's amazing. And I love, we didn't get this right here. This is what we got when everybody sold March 26th. We got a high of $54 and like 80 cents. But look at how that candle printed, and we fell. We back up here, but we got strength now, baby. We up here and we holding. We get a little retest here. But I wasn't even expecting this move yet till next week. They're front running earnings. Looks like this thing when it breaks this wall right here, it's gonna take off. I think $60 is the magnet. It's like a vacuum. $59.80. Our contracts is $55. January 15th of 2027. Look where we're at now. Stop playing with me. All right, so let me check MVTS real quick. 1710. I got stopped out at OKLO. I'm looking for OKLO to come. Before I get back in this play, it has to come back down here. $63 to $62 is the only chance I'll take. I won't buy it nowhere else. I don't want to buy it up here. Nothing. If it goes, then it goes. I ain't chasing it. But I really want to get it at $63. What do we got? Let me see. I know BE is going crazy just on a watch list. All right, I'm in so don't follow because you'll get smoked. I gave this to the page. I said the Patreon, to the Discord. Where I don't know. I think a few people is holding maybe, but on this Beyond contract, we went crazy. I don't think we even posted it in the wins. I think earlier this rising, I hit 399% on it. But long story short, we had. Let me see. Where are you? But long story short, we had people in there. So he's the only one that posted, but there was other people in there that we hit 300% or better. At least everybody hit 200% or more. The ones that did join in, and there's still some people in there, but that play went absolutely nuts, and it didn't even start yet. But don't chase it because the move already. Once I seen this right here, I said 1,000. I said $1.37 to the Discord. We hit $1.39. This was telling me like it's possible we could reach up there. It poked a hole through, so now I know we're going up there. 120 is the door for uh beyond one. Like once it started stabilizing above 120, which it was doing today, it's consolidating this building structure. It's going to take off. That's what SLB was doing. So I knew it wasn't falling. And we're going to come back to this AV WAP for where I anchored. I don't know why I anchored this. I can't tell you. This had to have been 2023, February 2023. Acting as resistance. Long story short, I got Beyond going to $2.50 to $3, and then I could see Beyond squeezing the $5. Um, my next target right there, and it looks good. That was strictly just straight a gamma play. Um, so then what else? We have Spy. I'm in Spy with a $713.50 stop loss. I'm gonna put um OKL Beyond. Oh, I got some shares of NUVB. Let's see how that looks. It's looking okay. I'm ready for it to squeeze. Up, I think up like 7% on this play. It's shares. We're trading shares. I'm not investing in the company. I'm trading it. Um, and that's what I got so far. So let me see. I don't know how long I've been in this segment. Let me see what y'all got. Oh, okay. NEE. Yeah, that was forever after one was telling me that. NEE. I think I just looked at it. I'm so patient, bro. I seen you said like it's been just consolidating between this area. I won't touch it until it hits the area that I said. So still no. It has to come down to 87. And it will. We just gotta be patient. It'll be there next week probably. This consolidation all right here. And if it don't, if it leaves us, I don't care. It's like $12,000 stocks that I could find. Um, but it is one that I would like to be in. This play right here is the play that I put on YouTube about the phase two of this AI thing that we're doing. You know, we're in SLB as an energy play, and the NEE is the power play. So NEE is the next move. I'm trying to time it perfect at the 100-day moving average, like how it did here. Buy the strength in the dip. You let it consolidate. All this consolidation right here, and then you buy the strength in the dip right here. Beautiful candle closed right there, and then we rip from $81 to $95. $14 move on it. And that's a good move. And it's going to start. This right here is a lot of liquidity. If we break that $93 level on 40 cents with volume and then sit on top of it, that shit's going to take off like crazy. Um, all right, so that's NEE. NEE, I'm just waiting. It ain't. It's just consolidating. It look like it's about to drop though. Just being patient. I could sit. I could sit in the bushes for days and just sit there and watch, for real. So that's one thing that I do pat myself on. I don't normally, but my patience. Jason, peace, King. XOXL slob. For the money that 200%. Yeah. Uh, XO XL. Oh my god! I brought my grandmother, my Omi, some shares of this at $45. Oh my god! I just realized what I just said. I gotta text her. We don't check. I don't check my buying hoes. She don't. When I give her plays, she don't check it. Like XLE down. I told her like, boom, boom. She's in Ghana right now. She moved to Ghana, Africa. And so they be trying to tell her about the stocks and stuff. I'm telling her like, listen, don't sell it. XLE is gonna come back. It's gonna come back. Trump just doing his thing right now. But oh my God, we got it down here. We got it down here. Wow. That's the beautiful things about shares. You can buy it and forget about it. And I forgot about it. Damn. That's amazing. That's amazing. You know what? Let me see something. Talk to me and I talk back. I'm gonna show y'all how I trade in six. How'd y'all like them ads? You know why we got ads? Because we monetized. I ain't going crazy on them. I just these lives is, I do like 3 hours, so you could just watch like 10 seconds. All right, fine. Just watch the whole ad. Wait. Y'all know I'm gonna break y'all off. Gotta get in that Discord. Gotta get in that Discord. We had a fire giveaway like a week ago, I believe. I love the Discord. It's like we're building some, it's like amazing to see. And look at this. I love that we're getting these reactions now. We're getting the community is starting to get active. They're starting to get comfortable. Cause I know a lot of people when with Ab, you're not gonna like figure me out when I first come through. I'm gonna hit you with curveballs. You might be like, I don't know about him. And then when you get to know me, it's like I feel like I know that man. Like I know him. I met him in my past life or something. But long story short, we going crazy in here. Yeah, we had a fire giveaway. We gave away $500, I believe. Shout out to everybody that participated in that. And yeah, we all put our money together. So we're gonna be doing stuff like that. I already said like I believe like with the stickers or the super chat on YouTube and stuff like that, something specific I'm gonna put a pot to give back. I don't it's gonna be it could be money or it'd be maybe buying bulks of diapers for single moms, single dads. I'm creative. I'm gonna think of stuff, but I'm gonna see what I think I'm gonna just do this live because we always talk about God and stuff. I think what I make from these lives, the stickers and the super chat and stuff, I think I'm gonna do that. And I don't know, I'll break it down. But anyway, this Discord is super fire. You got multiple different minds in there. Um, but it's like nobody's negative in here. We got a prayer wall in here. You come in here, drop your prayers. I didn't see AV in here now. Good. People are getting comfortable. Um, this is the top pillar. Gotta have God first, and that's what relationships or anything, or it won't last. So, and that's not why we build it. I just know, like, God come first before anything. So all praise to the Most High, and then we got the faith purpose. I'm gonna start doing this a lot, and I did this. Let me talk about this. I'm a genius in my own right. Um, Not a genius like Rams, but with other stuff though, I'm a genius. He got me with that tech and stuff like that. He's a brainiac. but what certain stuff I'm just really good at. This right here, I don't know. Y'all always gotta look at my intentions when Ab does something, there's always something behind the move. When I put this in here, I text it to almost everybody on my phone. So when y'all all got it at the same time, at least 50 of us read it at the same time. So that does something. That's what energy is. It creates the frequency. So it's not you're not just reading it, you're eating food. I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. And it makes you want to read it again. And now you're starting to do something to your brain. I'm telling you, it's scary, but watch it. And I'm gonna start doing this more. Um, y'all gotta make sure y'all really talking like this. But yeah, we got this. This is a fire video. Um the this is this that room right here. All three of these, the rooms, the best rooms out of any discords, all three of these rooms right here. But this room right here, I'm sorry, Rams and Talisha. You want to laugh or something, get some plays, it's the room to be at. I entertain. But we all going crazy though. Man, SOB. Got Rams over here. He gonna start hitting us. Rams he don't like being responsible for everybody. He don't want everybody chasing at them. So he be a little stingy, y'all. Y'all gotta talk to him about that, not me. But he about to come out the woodworks. You got Talisha, man. Talisha is me and Rams had to we had to kidnap her and then we had to throw her in the car and shit. We was in Newark or Jersey City. We had to throw her in the car and we was telling her we didn't give her an ultimatum. We told her it's either the Discord or the Discord. And then we made her choose and she chose the Discord. But long story short, she was kind of on the fence about it, but I'm glad that she joined though. Now she's in here doing her thing. And I love to see because I already knew Talisha is talented. I think almost months when I first started really getting into it with everybody in the Patreon. So I've been put her out there on YouTube because I'm I already see it, and then I love the feedback that we just got from this last live because now the new people got to see how amazing she is with this, and now you got other women are getting comfortable, and it's a beautiful thing. We gotta make sure we have our women in here because women are teachers, men aren't. Women are teachers, so that it was so important to ask Rams. It was really when we both put our minds together to do this. I really first Talisha hit my mind quick. You need to have a proper structure. You need a woman, and she's the perfect fit. And man, the Discord is amazing, man. I love it. So yeah, I got to get in here, and I made a post, I believe. I made a post and asked who hadn't joined the Discord yet. So if you're one of those people, then comment on it. So because I'm probably gonna open it in a little bit. All right. I went on a huge rant, huh? And I don't care. And I don't know if y'all remember, I said that I'm not cussing no more. I think I said one so far, but I told my kids too. I said because my my daughter is just like me. She's my twin, mean face and all that. When she'd be like, "Daddy," but long story short, I told her you know what? I decided to change my life. I'm not. I'm no longer. I no longer would be saying any type of foul, bad words at all. And then she was like, "Yay! I'm so proud of you." But she's like my mom. I call her my mom now. She's really my mom. All right. So yeah, this is what I got. Let me see if y'all got any questions on any stocks y'all want to see. Yeah, Professor T, BKR. Oh, so yeah, so Discord. Oh, all right, boom. we're gonna open the Discord on Friday. So if you're not in the Discord, we're gonna open it on Friday. I talked to Talisha Rams. Yeah, we're gonna open that on Friday. We got a lot of stuff that we're about to start doing. Ram's gonna be on for an hour, and then he has something really, really important to do. So then y'all stuck with me. I know, so fun, right? And then there's one more thing. Discord. Boom. We got to take advantage of this amazing website right here. And he had banned me from it, but it's all right because I let it go. But he had banned me from it one night. I don't even know what I did though. I ain't do nothing wrong, but I couldn't get in, and everybody else was just showing off in the Discord because they was in there and stuff like that. Long story short, man, take advantage of this while it's free. Why it's free right now? Because I'm telling you, it won't be free forever. Take advantage of this. This is a super, super, super dope website. Like, it'll show you when institutions are stepping in. You got your chart right here. That's already for my new people. If you don't know how to do support and resistance, you could take advantage of using this chart right here. S/R is support / resistance. I'm not logged in, so that's why it says this right here. It's just an amazing website. You got your fear and greed right here, index right here. Then look all the sectors right here. You know how important this is? This is really important. You're supposed to take track of these every day. Well, or you could do at the end of the week to see what sector is starting to take off. 130. So that, I think I gotta log in for this one. Briefs. Then you got the heat, your heat map. They're gonna make me log in. You got your flow, your screener, our watch list. I haven't looked at our watch. Never mind, because y'all gonna try to. Don't try to email me. I was about to hide the screen. Y'all can still see it. This is our watch list. Our number one watch list. 12 out of 10 green, 100%. It's too easy. Worst year to date, up 13%. There goes my baby. There goes my baby. Look at that. Look at that. That's a watch list. Why you pick NEE? Look at it at the bottom of the watch list. It didn't even move yet. Yo, all in the green money. So yeah, make sure y'all get on here, reanalyze Marcus Knight. Get on this. It's ramsoffthecharts.com. Website is super fire. Again, it's free. Take advantage of it while it still lasts. It sounds like a commercial almost, right? All right. I think that was it. As far as that, that website, dude, it has a lot of tools. Lewis Rams off the chart. Oh, you was telling Lewis. Word. That's what's up, Angie. Make sure you keep using that because that premium. It's like no. One of the people that asked about being a part of the Discord, please share the link. Flexify. Friday, we're opening up the Discord, and I remember you. I seen your comments. I actually read my comments. I might not reply sometimes, but I'll reply eventually. I read my comments. I definitely know who wants to get in. I got you, Queen. All right, so anybody got any questions on this? I didn't really go too much in the stock market because it's very boring day, and I try to save that for Friday. But it's a very boring day. But if y'all got any questions y'all would like to ask me about the stock market, you can ask me before we go on to the next segment, the main segment of the day, and then Jason's going to take over to do his segment, and then we'll continue. Yeah, it's a very boring day. Trump, man, he be blowing minds. But Trump didn't tackle. That's really what I want to. I want to really hold on. I want to talk about that. And for my spot play, I put everything in here, even though nobody ever looks at it. Look at this, no reactions. How do I know y'all looking at it? No reactions. 4. Wow. What's that? Look at that. Wrote a whole article. Let me see. Nope, no reactions. You know, to think the love that I give y'all, and this is the response y'all give me in return, is quite astonishing sometimes to me. Sometimes I just sit back and I just feel like the stepchild. I really do. I really do. You know, I put my mind into this Snipers Command Center, Snipers Headquarters. Then I set it up. Long story short, man, y'all are just rude. But not anyway. I'm playing, but I'm still gonna post even though I'm talking to a wall. But I'm kind of used to it though. Anywho, so this right here, Iran doesn't want the Strait of Hormuz closed. They want it open so they can make $500 million a day, which is therefore what they are losing if they close. The only way they want it closed is because I have this right here. I have it totally blockaded, closed. Market still priced in last night. That it had a chance to open. So merely want to save face. People approach me for 4 days saying, "Sir, Iran wants." He is too funny. Iran wants to open up the strait immediately. Shut up. But if we do that, there can never be a deal with Iran unless we blow up the rest of their country, their leaders included. This isn't a taco. I was saying that last night. Do you see how the market is reacting? It's not a taco. If it is a taco, it don't got no meat in it at all. This isn't a regular Trump taco right here. This is not. And then that 3 to 5 days, it's taken 3 to 5 days for I forgot what ship I forgot what ship it was. It's so coincidental that he just said 3 to 5 days because there's a ship that's supposed to land in the Middle East by then. So it's kind of coincidental. Yeah, Iran ain't had none of that. They've been shooting us up. I don't want to say us. They've been shooting them up, and yeah. So that was one that I wanted to talk about because I know people probably wanting to jump in calls immediately this rising, which isn't good. Jumping in puts here isn't good as well. We already did, but now we're in chopped areas. Now we're trapped right now. But I don't care because I came into this play knowing that I could lose it. I'm going against technicals. A lot and so another thing that Rudy pointed out that was a really good question is he asked me why did I get in the play that's under the 200. I'm so in the snipers in the Discord, this the execution lab. For me, I'm gonna show y'all my whole mindset behind my whole thinking process. So I TA, I'm price action first, but I'm very good at reading the tape. Gamma. I'm trying to not be so much into price action with this type of market we in. I really want to be more interested into what the institutions are doing. So that's why these plays that I've been doing lately, you see they're still winning, and we're probably thinking like how it's under the 200, but it has nothing to do with price action at all. It's gamma level, GX. It's all this advanced other stuff that I'm looking at. I don't even look. When I did Beyond, the first time I looked at the chart for that play was when I came on this live with y'all. Besides Webull, that was my first time pulling up on TradingView. And Wallahi, that was my first time. I don't need to look at a chart. I just need to know levels, and I need to know this, and that, nah. But yeah. All right, so that's what I got for that. But definitely, don't blindly follow me. Always ask questions. We have to ask questions. All right, boom. So nobody have no questions on the market. Web address. Oh, he already dropped it. Glenda, much love to you as well. Peace Queen. This I don't want to say it's new, but I'm pretty good at remembering names. I don't think we've seen Glenda before. That's good though. I love it. Is it Angie? Tell me, how was the commercials? Is it too much? We're just waiting on Angie, guys. Damn, we're an hour in. I need to pick it up. Nah, but it also is whatever is best for, I don't care about money. It's whatever is best for the viewer, for you to like grasp it. If it's like you ever you ever put on a frequency at night or a sleeping thing. I listen, me and my kids, we listen to frequencies at night, like sounding bowls and stuff like that. But you ever found one that had a commercial? That shit is blowing. Like so if it's like cutting out a lot because going to commercial while I'm talking, then I'll adjust that. That's why I asked. All right. So I gotta look at it, and I'm gonna lower it. It's probably too many commercials on there. I'm gonna lower it to see what is that. Thank you, Levine. And you know what's crazy? One thing. Let's talk about these queens real quick. We act like we wasn't born in the 90s, the 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever. Did we forget we had commercials? I'm a little confused here. Y'all acting like that's what my kids do. Like, oh god, it's the commercials. Like y'all would not be able to survive like if y'all was a child when I was. But we had good commercials though. But yeah, stop trying to act like y'all don't remember having them commercials. Like, come on. You see, people start acting too good for that. All right, let's move on. They too much for me. All right, so spies at 710. I feel like I've been looking at that number for 5 hours. 710. All right. So now, yo, y'all don't understand. My ears closed. I'm going through it right now. But trying to get my body to cooperate. So I gotta scream and do stuff like that to get myself going. All right, so we're moving on to the next segment, and then after this segment is going to be Jason. I don't play when we come to these sections. I don't play as much. I just get really into it. I still play because I feel like learning should be fun or pleasurable. I don't feel like it should be boring at all. So I try not to be boring because I wouldn't want to listen to me neither. Okay. The next session, what is it? The mind, right? What is so? This next one is called. I gotta look at the damn title for the YouTube thing. Like, sheesh, you cool app starts in the mind. Starts in the mind. This is a good segment, but the last segment is super fire. So I starts in the mind. Now let's talk about health. But if we're going to talk about health, we must talk about the mind. You see, you have been lied to. You have been told that health is merely the absence of disease in the body. You think that if you eat your vegetables and go for a little mile run that you are just a healthy individual. No. You can have a body like an athlete, but a mind like a graveyard. You can have a heart that beats like a drum and a spirit that is decaying from the inside out. This is the archetype of the body. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught that the mind is the master. The body is nothing but a servant to the thoughts you entertain. If your mind is filled with the filth of doubt, if your mind is the playground for fear, if your mind is a warehouse for the trauma of your past, then I don't care how many vitamins you take, your body must eventually manifest that sickness. You are walking around diseased because your thoughts are not at ease. You are out of alignment with the truth of your own greatness. Look at the world. We are a people who have been programmed for failure. We have been taught to love our enemies and hate ourselves. We have been conditioned to seek relief in a bottle, in a pill, or in validation of people who don't even love themselves. That is not health. That is sedation. Healing starts when you decide to become the gatekeeper of your own consciousness. You cannot let every dirty thought, every negative report, and every vile suggestion enter the temple. You see, you got temples right here. The temple of your mind and expect it to be a whole human being. We talk about speak life with Jason. Why? Because the word you speak is the seed, but the mind is the soil. If the soil is toxic, if the mind is bitter, then even a good word will wither and die. You want to heal your finances? Heal your mind. You want to heal your family? Heal your mind. You want to break the chains of generational poverty? You must first break the chains of generational thinking. The divine prescription we are talking about is God, and God did not create you to be a victim of your nerves. He did not create you to be a slave to anxiety. He created you, he gave you a spirit of power and of love and of the sound mind. But you have to claim it. You have to take the garbage out of the command center. You have to stop feeding your mind the junk food of the world and start feeding it the light of divine truth. Lock in right now. I want you to realize that the sickness you've been fighting isn't in your blood, it's in your belief. When you change the thought, you change the chemistry. When you change the mind, the body has no choice but to follow. Healing starts now. Not in the pharmacy, but in the spirit. You see, the mind is like a fertile field. It does not care what you plant in it. If you plant a seed of a nightshade, it will give you poison. If you plant the seed of a grain, it will give you bread. The earth does not say, "Oh, this is he's such a good man. Let me go grow him some corn." Or this man is a wicked man. Let me kill his weeds. The law of the earth is to multiply whatever is put into it. And your mind is the most fertile earth in the universe. So I ask you today, what are you planting? If you spend your day planting, I can't, I'm tired, I'm broke, and they're out to get me, then don't you dare act surprised when you harvest a life full of misery. You grew it, you water it with your attention, you fertilized it with your conversation. There's parasites in the mind. We talk about health, but we don't talk about the parasites that live in the brain. Not biological parasites, spiritual ones. Envy is a parasite. You didn't know that? Regret is a parasite. Self-pity is the deadliest parasite of them all. It eats away at your resolve. It thins your blood. It makes you weak in the face of opportunity. You cannot be healthy while you are hosting a banquet full of demons. You have to evict them. You have to stand at the door of your mind like a soldier with that gun and say, you cannot enter here. This is a temple of the Most High. This is a command center of truth. Healing is not a one-time event. It is a reconstruction. You have to tear down the old trap house of your limitations and build a cathedral of conviction. And how do you do it? You do it by alignment. You do it by rising up and realizing that if God be for you, then the opinions of men or women are nothing but dust in the wind. You have to wash your mind in the water of life. You have to scrub away the programming of a world that wants you small, wants you quiet, and wants you sick. I want you to hear me clearly over the sniffles. I want you to hear me clearly over the sniffles. We are talking about legacy. A sick mind cannot build a legacy. A sick mind can only build a monument of its own pain. But a healed mind, a mind that is locked in on the divine purpose, that mind can move mountains. That mind could turn nothing into everything. That mind could take a man from the back of a line and put him to the head, center. So as we move into the session, I want you to perform a surgery on yourself. Cut out the doubt. It's a real surgery. Cut out the doubt. Get rid of the fear and transplant the faith. Because when the mind is whole, man and woman is unstoppable. And when I learned that, my life went, I wrote everything down on my life, on how I want it to be, by steps. And as long as I follow them steps, I'm just going to keep elevating and growing. The minute that I skip a step or rush a step, everything that I work hard for falls. So healing starts in the mind. Do you know Dr. Joe Dispenza has testimonies of healing blindness and other diseases with the mind, not with medicine, not with chemotherapy, but with like the mind. Not even with bitters. Bitters is good for cancer. It helps draw out the metals. Um, Bitters is real good. It's just it could be deadly, so you gotta really know what you're doing. But nothing's more deadlier than chemotherapy, though. Um, Healing starts in the mind. And with that, I'll give it to Jason. I need to go eat a spoon of some raw honey because this is blowing my mind right now. Jason, where you at? I don't know. I'm so hyper. Oh, we got to send you the link. Rams, if you oh wow, never mind. You're on it, I see. Jason cutting hair. Jason cutting hair right now. I know his clients be like, "Oh my god." They be like, "Oh my god, I need to start scheduling my haircut appointment after 2:30." Jason be like, "Hold on." Be like be like an hour. I gotta talk to my people real quick. You don't mind, right? You gonna sit in the chair? Hold on, let me hit this tape up real quick. I'm gonna finish the other side of your head in like an hour, all right? Sit right there. Listen to this. They be like, yo. All right,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jason, are you here?
That's crazy.
I don't think Jason's
Yeah,
here.
I'm here, bro.
He throwing me a little curveball.
I'm here.
I don't have nothing for that.
I'm here, bro.
What's
I'm
the
here.
next segment?
Thank you, sir.
Oh.
What's that?
The next
Appreciate you,
segment
bro.
is called
I'm here.
Speak
Can you hear me?
life.
Can you hear
And
me?
I have nothing for this. So, damn, Jason, how could you do this to me?
Bro, I'm
So,
here.
we
I'm
come
here,
now to
bro.
the segment we call
I'm
Speak
here.
Life. And if
I'm
Jason
here.
comes after,
I'm here.
we're going to tell him we don't need him.
I'm here, bro. I'm here,
I
bro.
want y'all to understand that we are not talking about positive
I
thinking
can hear
when I
you.
say
I
speak
can hear you.
life.
I can hear you.
We're not
I can hear
talking
you. You
about
can't hear me.
empty affirmations.
Hi, Lily.
We are talking about the
Hey, Lily.
science of the spoken word. And I'm prepared. I'm always prepared for if he's not here, we good. The power of the tongue. Look at the universe. How did the creator bring it into existence? He didn't use a hammer. He didn't use a saw. He spoke. He said,
Yo,
let there be light. And the darkness had no choice
can you
but
hear
to
me,
vanish.
Rams?
You were
Yeah, I hear
made
you,
in the image
Jason.
and likeness
Give me 1
of that
second. Let me
same
try to get his
creator.
attention.
That
Yeah.
means your mouth is a womb. Every time you
All
open
right.
it, you are either birthing or blessing, or you are either birthing a curse. What the heck?
I have Jason right here. You can't see him.
Oh,
You can see
Jason
me.
is here. Jason, wait,
Yo,
where's you
yeah.
at, man? You in the
I was in the
car?
barbershop, man. You can't hear me.
Ooh, what
I
you
stay
got? You
everywhere.
got
I'm
a
everywhere.
hold on, Josh. All right, you want to go? You driving? I don't know if you want to. My fault. I had you know why I couldn't hear you. It's
Going
like I don't know.
nowhere?
I don't be doing it on purpose, but um, yeah, I had my laptop muted, so I couldn't hear nothing you said. I was about to start cooking them. Say, but go ahead. You can take
Come
it though,
on.
bro. I gotta go get some honey.
You gotta get some honey.
Yeah, my allergy.
Oh, your allergies bothering you? Now I can't hear you.
Oh shit! I muted you again. Yeah, my allergies
There you go.
bothering.
You keep muting it. You keep pushing buttons. You keep pushing buttons. I'm gonna call you the button pushers, VP.
I
You
know
should check
Rams
out that
and
company too.
Rams and you was talking and stuff, and I just kept going.
And it'd be so difficult because y'all talk through text messages. I still be talking with my mouth. Yeah, I gotta jump out the StreamYard, go on the Zoom, then come out the Zoom, then go on, hit his cell phone. He hit your cell phone. I'm like, man, oh man.
You should not
How's
have to
everybody
do all
feeling
that.
today?
Huh?
It's okay. I ain't mad about. I don't have a problem. I said it's okay. I don't have a
Yeah.
problem with doing all that. You got to do some stuff, man. If you got to go through something to get to something.
Yeah.
My breakthrough is on its way, bro. It's about to be all the way up. I'm about to be so high in the sky that y'all see the space shuttle, but y'all won't see the astronaut.
Damn. That's pretty high. You can take over. Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
are you able to?
There's nothing I can't do or accomplish.
He looked at me
Talk
like,
to me. I talk back.
excuse me? All right, yeah.
The segment is called what?
Funny.
Tell me what the segment is called. Yeah, no, it's okay. No, I'm just a regular cat. I'm like Jay-Z. I do these joints in one take though. But go ahead.
Oh, dang. A curse. Speak life.
The mindset that you were talking. Speak life. Okay. So while I'm on here, I'd like to say hello to everyone on the chat. If you can like and share this out, we really would appreciate it. Even if you can share it with your family and your friends, or even a stranger, because someone spoke life into us, so we have to speak life into somebody else. And I'm so grateful for this day, man. I just have an attitude full of gratitude. It feels so good to be in a number of Black and brown people that have the same set and trying to push forward to our mark of excellence. It feels so good to be around people that have been through the struggle, that knows what sacrifice is about, that knows what ups and downs are about, that knows what cereal and oatmeal and all of that stuff is about. And the rat race is real. Just so grateful, man. I just got a whole, my heart is full right now. I working on one of my rental properties, whatever case may be, with my brother yesterday. He had immunotherapy because he's healing from, he's already healed from cancer, but he had one of his last sessions yesterday, and he didn't want me to be out there working on the house by myself, so he took the time out after he came out of the hospital to come and help me. And I said, hey, what I owe you, you know, and he didn't want me to give him anything, and I had to give him something. It's just like spending that time with my older brother made me feel so proud. He's like, man, you know how to do all this work. I'm like, yeah, I know how to do all this work, but I didn't have the time because I'd be in the barbershop for so long. But my mentor that taught me about the stock market, he's 87 years old. Some days he's okay, some days he can't even get out of bed, right? But he told me, he said, Jay, you got to find a way to use your mind instead of having to use your back, right? So I may service 6 or 7 people in an hour, right? And in that time, everyone is going through something, like, you know, so they minister to me and I minister back to them. And it's like always iron and sharpening iron. But I've been doing it for like the last 41, 42 years, and I love it. But this game that we're playing to get to freedom, I love that game too. So I'm not battling with what should I choose or what have you. I'm just working on trying to get that balance, because balance is key to everything that we do. And just because I may like something, that may not be what God wants me to have. He wants everything God is going to give me or give you guys is what you love. I can get somebody some flowers. I can buy somebody a car. I can buy you headphones, glasses, whatever I can buy that's materialistic. It'll last for a while, but it's going to die or either rust out. But what God has given me and given you guys as well is the ability to fall in love with him and to thank him and to praise him. You know, praising is spiritual. Discipline is spiritual. Reading your word is spiritual. What you think about is spiritual. Trying to block out the noise is very spiritual. And there's so many distractions right now in the world that you have to be hyper focused on what God wants you to do. Just like I was on here the other day on Traps Live, and I was just talking about how the country is at war, right? But everyone in our community is focused on going to the Roots concert, Jay-Z's concert, Chris Brown concert, John Legend's concert. We focus on going to these concerts and being consumers and yelling and having a great time with these entertainers, right? But God is not an entertainer. He's the creator of everything. So every chance you get, if you're able to say, let's go Jay-Z, let's go Beyonce, let's go Trina, whatever entertainer you like, you're supposed to be able to shout the name of the Most High God louder than ever. And when you do that, and I'm a true witness of that, when you do that, he'll make sure your cup is filled till it overflows. I've been in an overflow for a long period of time because no matter what I'm going through in life, I still do my best to spread the gospel of the Lord and his son, right? I even asked the Holy Spirit for wisdom, because without no wisdom, you'll never have any understanding. We were all born with knowledge. Everyone has knowledge of this and knowledge of that, but they don't have any wisdom. It's like Talisa, Rams, and Ab. It's a trifecta. So you have to have the trifecta with the Holy Ghost for wisdom, Jesus, and his Father, right? That's the trifecta. Some people may not believe in Jesus, and that's okay as well, because we've been brainwashed with the whole religion thing, but everything is spiritual. So, and everything comes from the mitochondria of the black and brown women. So we must pour into our women, because there's an all-right attack right now in the world on black and brown people and their families. Like, for some odd reason, they're telling our black and brown women that they aren't beautiful. So they're wastefully spending on things that make themselves look beautiful to look good online, right? But when you look good online, you're still hurting inside. So one of my prayers are for every day when people come in the barbershop and the salon, get massage or dreadlocks, whatever you're getting, my prayer is for God to search us deep down inside and to fix those wounds and heal those wounds that we don't even talk about. Because we have wounds inside of us that's been going on for maybe 50, 60, 70, 100 years, from generation to generation, from what our ancestors have went through, right? But everyone is so caught up on the attention. And attention is the world's latest disease, right? You may look beautiful from the outside, but when you open your mouth or have a conversation with someone, you're ugly. And we need to work on that. And if you can ask the Holy Spirit to speak to your heart and fix the things inside of you that need to be fixed, the Holy Spirit to do it, God to do it, and His Son to do it. And then start getting around people that think like that as well. Because like this ministry right here and the Patreon is really a hospital. You know, God has a way of placing His people in position to be able to help His other children. There's no big I's, no little U's. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a minister. I mean, a minister is just spreading the gospel, whatever the case may be. But I don't like titles. You know, I'm just passing by. And when I pass by, the love that I receive from other people that are passing by, I spread to other folks. It's like a plague, or take care, be great on purpose. It's a plague, and it feels so good to be able to spread that, because for a long time, folks been spreading hate, and they still spread hate. And you need people to hate so you can elevate, right? It's just like if you when you get older, some people just want a ranch house. That's a one level home, right? But other people now, younger folks, they don't even want homes either. They just want to rent or lease an apartment or whatever the case may be, because they don't want the responsibility, right? But those who have an attachment and a relationship with Christ, whatever religion you study, if you have a relationship and an attachment to Him, you still have to be able to spread the gospel. So if it's somebody on a ranch floor, a ranch apartment, if somebody that's in not a ranch apartment, but a ranch house, an apartment, just leasing something, an Airbnb, we still have to tell somebody about His grace and mercy being sufficient. And it's very difficult because there's so much noise on TV, there's so much noise on social media, and we live in the un-United States of America. So people focus on the chaos daily. But what you can do to, and this is the medicine, a little bit of the medicine for it, to combat the chaos. When you get up in the morning and say, this is the day that the Lord has made, I shall rejoice and be glad in it. And then after you do that, say, Lord, do me a favor, go ahead of me today. Walk ahead of me or run ahead of me, so when I get to where I need to go, the path is already fine. He's going to take your crooked paths and make it straight. Always ask God to go ahead of you, right? Thank Him for what He's done for you before. Thank Him for what He's doing for you now, and then praise Him for what He's about to do. God loves praise. There's no greater love. You can say hallelujah. I forgot what it's when you in Arabic, how you say hallelujah or whatever, but He still loves to be praised. In Hindu, He still loves to be. All these religions, God still loves to be praised, because there's only one God. There's only one God, and we all come from Him. Love conquers everything. If you guys have a piece of paper right now, like I said a couple weeks ago, if someone has wronged you, right, write their names down on a piece of paper. And in about 3 minutes, we're going to pray over those pieces of paper. That way you don't have a blessing clot, so we can free up some space, right? Just like if God, to bring it back to the stocks, like I said, if God is our all-time high, and you have all these people that have wronged you, and you're not growing, your chart isn't growing, right? Because people have wronged you, so your chart is going sideways, you're in consolidation. But now we need to free up that space. And when we free up that space and get rid of those people that have wronged us, those names and that anger that we have inside of ourselves, then watch God take that, your chart and my chart, and have a gap up. And when you have a gap up, you're like, wow, I didn't know this stock was going to go like that. But you didn't know the blessing that God had for you was going to go like that either. He's freeing up that space. So I'm not sure who on this chat right now is going through something financially, spiritually, mentally, whatever the case may be. They may have a son or a daughter that's going through something, that needs something. So we speak life into them right now, because the seeds that was planted in you and planted in me, or whatever the case may be, is growing. It's growing. That's like having a beautiful rose bush, but things that grow in your rose bush or your tree, you have to prune and purge. So that's what we're going to do with those names. We're going to prune. We're going to cut the dead stuff off, so the beautiful roses can start to spread, or the beautiful apples can start to spread, or the oranges, or the grapes, whatever fruit that's on the tree that you're in right now. When you cut the dead stuff off, more stuff can grow. Just like if like women, you guys know about split ends. A lot of guys may not know about split ends, but women, you know about split ends. So you might have your hairdresser say, hey, I'm going to cut off your split ends, or whatever the case may be. But you want your hair nice, long, and luxurious, right? But they cut off your split ends. You're like, man, this girl, She cut my hair too short. No, she cut it where the dead stuff was at, so the new stuff can grow about and it'll all grow even. Right? So that's what it is. We have to cut rid of that old, get rid of that old stuff so new things can come about and they grow nice and even. We're at ground zero right now, and God has a way of lining His children um, up together. I even right now I just speak to our ancestors, like whatever you guys, the ancestors you guys have for us, that's gonna we receive. But whatever you have for us that's negative, we send it back to the pits of hell from where it came. I ask that you bind up every spirit that's negative. Every that's negative. Being taken at us that's negative. Bind it up. Moves. Amen. While you making moves, Lord, touch the hem of your garment so we may be healed. Lord, I thank you for all you've done. I know the best is yet to come. Move like only you can move. Can't nobody move like you. I've seen Michael Jordan's moves. I've seen Kobe Bryant's moves. I've seen Michael Jackson's move. I've seen Mike Tyson's move. But can't nobody move like God. So if somebody's here, like I said, going through something, right? God says, cast all of your fears and burdens on him. He didn't say throw them, like just one. He said cast. So if you ever been fishing, right? You put whatever is bothering you on a hook, and when you pull that fishing rod back, you throw it, right? You throw it so far with all your might that when you go and get in the water, the fish can get it, right? So whatever issues you may have, what problems you may have, concerns you may have, put it on your hook. And we all gonna cast it at the same time. And when we reel the fish back, whatever gets on our hook after that issue is off the hook, whatever comes back on our hook, it's gonna be a beautiful fish. And that fish and it's gonna be edible too. And you'll be able to share with other people the piece of that edible fish that came back on that hook. I love y'all, man. I really appreciate you guys. Women, I love you guys. I pray that you guys aren't battling endometriosis. I pray that you guys aren't battling menopause. Nothing going on with your reproductive system. Nothing going on with your heart. I pray that everything inside of you flows. Whatever's inside of you that's dirty, I pray that it flows. It gets out of your body. Men, the same thing. Do not exchange bodily fluids with people that's not on the same level as you. That because when you exchange body fluids, you take on that other trauma from these other guys or these other women, right? We battle with flesh and blood every day. Don't battle with flesh and blood. Love conquers a multitude of things. If you have mustard seed faith, you can move mountains. And if you look online, or if you go to the store, if you see what mustard seed is, you're like, how can I move a mountain with this little mustard seed? So imagine if you have a handful of them. When David slain Goliath with a slingshot, Goliath was so huge. David had a little small slingshot. It knocked him out. So when you praise the Lord, when you ask the Lord for forgiveness, and when you have a conversation, once you got a relationship with him, hey, Mike, once you have a relationship with him, there's nothing that you can't do to slay these giants. Slay these giants.
Well, there you are. I heard the voice I'm looking for.
Yeah. Keep slaying these giants. And don't be scared to talk to him. Talk to God just the same way you talk to people online. Talk to God the same way you talk to people when they call you on the phone. He already know what we're going through. He's already at the finish line waiting for us. Rams, keep being great on purpose. Talisa, your teaching ability, your nurture, your love for what you do is felt deep down inside. You are phenomenal. Oh my goodness. When you got on and talked the other day, I said, what the heck? Because, a lot of people judge a book by its cover. So when people see your face, they're like, wait a minute. But when I seen your face and I heard you talk, I'm like, wow, you're a heck of a teacher, professor, whatever title you want to carry, but you're very great at what you do. And KT, keep on shooting shots, man. Lily, love you, babe. Whoever just joined the Discord or what have you, if you pay attention and you stay focused and block out the distractions, there's nothing that you won't be able to accomplish either. God is using us in a mighty way to be able to form something, to be able to free this world. Because we in this world, but we're not of it. We're supernatural. And there's no big U's and little I's, or big I's and little U's. We're all on the same playing field. We just got to play strengths. Play to our strengths. That's it. And the money that everyone's trying to get is just a tool. You can't get the money if you don't have a relationship with the person that made the money. I'm going to say that again. You can't get the money if you don't have a relationship with the person who made the money, who made the gold, who made the copper, who made the silver, who made the trees, who made the birds, the whales, the gorillas. He made everything, and he had everything, the whole world in the palm of his hand. There's nothing that you can't do or accomplish. Plant that seed. Every chance you get, tell somebody else about the way to freedom. The market, your own business, and property. Study the cheat code that they have in this system. And once you come up with a system, just like you have a system in the market, how to run the market or run the chart, come up with your system. And when you come up with your system, because what happens is, like we talked about this before, like Ab said he used to be with Chris Sane, and he joined Trap, and whatever case may be. You guys may be watching EYL, or what's the other guy's name that he's from Atlanta. I can't remember his name, but he used to be a barber too. But it's like a lot of people online that's trying to teach the market, but they're not showing you what you need to see. At least here in the Discord and in the Patreon, people are very transparent. They show you their wins and their losses, right? And I'm so grateful because what Rams did with that off the chart thing, ain't nobody doing that. Especially not for free. You got to be kidding me. There's no one doing that. So that's a blessing within itself. So count your blessings, be grateful, and never look back. Always push forward to your mark of excellence. Never look back. Whatever happened yesterday is dead. We have to stop giving life to things that's dead. The seed is planted. Don't tell nobody else about the seed that was planted. Let them see it after it's finished growing. Let them see it after the seed is finished growing. It's sunny outside right now. The government has been fooling with the weather for a long period of time, right? The seed that's been planted in you is going to be great. There's nothing shy of greatness because it's in you and it's on you. Angie, you're so beautiful from the inside out. Your inner beauty is protruding out to the internet. And I feel you. I feel your energy. There's nothing that you can't do or accomplish. Just don't look back. Those plays that people don't win, it's okay. Because what God has for you is for you. That's it. It's simple. We just make it complicated because we're human. And you can't use because you're human as an excuse. Stop making excuses. Don't focus on distractions. And invest your money, right? This wasteful spending that we have been doing for a long period of time, now you know what we're supposed to be doing. So if, like my grooming services start at $65 for a haircut, right? Guys come every 3 days, or they come 3 times a week for a shape or whatever the case may be, right? But I try to teach them about the market. Some of them get it, and some of them don't want it. They still just want to look good because it makes them feel good, and sitting down in the chair is like therapy. So it's more than a haircut. It's just like, it's a whole service. Like, you get the ability to have a conversation and build. So that's what we do. We build, right? But people that I don't know and I meet online, whatever the case may be, I tell them, like, if you're into the market, and I think what did Rams say, that Netflix may go down to, just say it go down to $80, right? And say, I think Trap last night was talking about online. He was talking about some people spend $70,000 a year on synthetic hair, right? So instead of you worrying about your hair, if you put that $70,000 into Netflix, or just say 80% of it into Netflix, or $56,000 into Netflix, and put the remainder into an ETF, or you put the remainder into a stock that's paying dividends or whatever the case may be, that's $70,000. Say if he was doing that for 10 years, that's $700,000. But if you put that $700,000 in the market, you could do almost just as good as Warren Buffett was doing, right? Some of these concert tickets is $10,000. Some of these events that people go to try to get the information on trying to purchase property, whatever. Some of these events, everybody want to do the VIP, and when you do the VIP, it may be $5,000, right? Just do general admission. You don't have to be VIP. You VIP within yourself. You got to believe that you're VIP. You don't need to be seen. You let your stuff bubble quietly and then you blow. So instead of you spending $5,000 for a ticket, you spend $250 for a ticket. The other $4,750, put that in the market. The other day when I was on the live with you guys, I was talking about, how pimps and prostitutes. But you have to be able to invest your money. Your money's supposed to work for you. If your mind is working, your money working. But it's never going to work unless you're on your knees first. Give the guy that made the money and your mind all the praises that he needs, that's due to him. And after that, he'll free up the space. It's like you trying to go to the airport. You get all the way past inspection and at the ticket booth or whatever case may be. But now you get to the security, right? But you don't have your passport on you. So, no, I can't let you through. That's the same thing with the blessings God have for you. If you're not praising him and doing what he asked you to do, when you get to a security gate, you're like, I can't let you through. But in order to free up that space, give him what he requires first, and he'll open the gates of heaven and shower down blessings for you daily. Just remain humble. And right now, it's spring is about to pop, right? So you may have a lot of things in your house, right, that you haven't worn in a long time. Get you some plastic bags, right? Or go to the store. First and foremost, go to the store, get some laundry detergent. Everything that you have in your house that you haven't worn, wash it, dry it, fold it, put it in plastic bags. When you put it in plastic bags, take it to a shelter, whether it's a woman and children's shelter, whether it's a city mission where the homeless people stay at, but donate that stuff, right? The same way I'm telling you guys to free up that space in your phone, free up that space to get rid of people that pissed you off, whatever the case may be, you have to do the same thing in your house. Because we have an accumulation of stuff. And you can happen to die today or tomorrow, and that stuff is still going to be here. So one man's trash is another man's treasure. But it's always good to give. You may have things in the house you've been in your house for 20 years, you didn't even know the stuff was still there. You might have CD players or cassette decks or whatever. You may just free up that space. Get yourself a Zen room. Just like Ab was talking about how him and his kids listen to frequencies. I listen to frequencies with my children all the time. Because we're energetic and our bodies have electricity inside of us, right? I listen to affirmations. I speak life into myself, just like I'm speaking life into you guys. And when I'm speaking life into you guys, while you guys are probably on YouTube sending me messages I can't see, you guys are speaking life back to me. So that's how it is, the give and go. There's a lot of people that are energy vampires. They don't want to give. They just want to take and go. Just like if say you're having a family reunion or something, you have inviting somebody over to your house or somebody got married or whatever the case may be, and people come over your house and say, hey man, I can't stay, but I just want to come show my face. Those people be coming over stealing, taking your energy, taking the plate and going. Don't deal with people that always got foil or sandwich bags with them. Deal with people that come empty-handed. And when they come empty-handed, you can pour into them and they can sit down and eat with you, right? They can feast on the word of God with you, right? And when you do that, God loves to see that. Like God loves seeing us together right now on the internet together, because when more than two is gathered in his name, he's present. So I know he's present. And you can break down that word present, because sometimes present might be present, or present means gift. So God is a gift and we're gifts from Christ. I'm grateful to be on here with maybe 80 gifts, because this is the day that the Lord has made. So we are rejoicing and we are glad in it. I'm going to pass it back over to Rams and everyone. But I thank you. And AV, thank you this morning for putting that prayer in the chat. It really means a lot, because a family that prays together stays together. So it could be more than one or two of us praying. You could put your prayer down on the faithful at the prayer wall, and everyone reads those prayers. And when we read those prayers, It's like feasting on the word of God, and it's taking all that other stuff out of us. It's getting our kidneys working. It's getting our lungs working. It's getting we detoxing the old stuff that's inside of us, and we pushing it out. But people's prayers is very important. It's very important. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. So I just want to say thank you guys for this vision that you guys have. Like I said, we still at ground zero, but just imagine, like last week I said, we still sitting on the bench, right? We sitting on the bench, but imagine when everybody start clicking at the same time. Imagine what that championship ring is going to look like. Imagine what the championship ring was going to look like. That's when we get to the pearly gates and God say, "Jah, well done, my good and faithful servants." And when we get up there, the streets is paved with gold. We ain't have to worry about no charts. We'll be singing. We may see Michael Jackson. We may see Jesus. Well, I know we're going to see Jesus, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody, your loved ones that had a relationship with Christ, you're going to see them people again. The energy don't never leave. It don't never leave. They still here with us. In fact, you may have lost a loved one 10 years old, 12 years ago. The energy don't never leave. I lost both my parents. I just told somebody the other day, like trying to find someone to date is very tough because I never had mommy issues, but I lost my mom, right? And my mom was a wonderful woman, and I suffered from no affection. But my mom wasn't an affectionate person because my grandfather was always about business. He really never showed affection. He was always able to buy stuff, right? And my mom's mom, she worked, but she never really showed affection. So for generations, there was no affection, right? And I got 4 brothers and 3 sisters. I grew up thinking my mom hated me. And my mom told me, like I'm gonna tell you guys, and you probably heard me say it before, that each woman that's a mom knows what each child needs, right? And my mom told me, she said, you know, when I found out I was conceived with you, you were pregnant with you, I was on birth control. And she said, when you came out, you was breech birth. And she said, 4 to 5 months after you came out of the womb, you started walking. So she said, the only thing you needed was some discipline. Because I used to slam the door, stump up the steps, talk back, all types of stuff. I used to get whooped like a runaway slave. If my brothers and sisters did something wrong and I was with them, I was guilty by association, right? And I used to be like, "Dad, that's crazy. I'm getting spankings for everybody." So I would wait home. I waited at the house to wait for my dad to come home from work and play possum. And then when I played possum, my dad come home from work. I told my dad everything that my mom did. I was like, "Man, your wife did such and such, such and such." I used to just run it down. My mom be standing at the bottom of the steps. I don't care if it's 2:00 in the morning. She'd be standing at the bottom of the steps, say, "He lying on me." And my dad used to be like, "He not lying." Right? So when I had bought my first building, my parents were going through a little something, but my dad said, "Hey, our son buying a building. Do you mind if I go down and live upstairs from the building? Because I want to be his overseer." Right? So my dad was my mom said, "Okay, you're an overseer." And in 1999, my dad used to give people peppermints at work, right? So one day, this lady with my dad's lunch bag and took a $5 bag of marijuana out of my dad's bag. And that day, 52 people, along with my dad, lost their job. So my dad went without pay for 3 years. And one day I come home from the barbershop, and my dad was in the backyard with his Bible in his hand, and he had his pants legs rolled up, and his legs was wet. I'm like, "What's going on?" He was like, my dad was like, "Well, you know, I'm going through some stuff, and I'm not able to provide for you guys. You know, I can't do this no more." So everything that my dad had taught me to that point in life, I had gave back to him. And I told him, I said, "Dad, if you take your life, that'll be selfish because I'm not finished learning from you." Right? And we cried like 2 pigs in the backyard, just boo-hooing, or whatever case may be. We prayed and laughed. I'm like, "Hey, I'm not finished learning from you," whatever. It was like role reversal. And then on the radio, my dad had the radio playing in his car with the trunk popped. And Gerald Levert and Eddie Levert had came out with a song, and it said the name of the song was "Hero." And I said, "Dad, that's crazy that this song is coming on, and the album was just released yesterday." I said, "You might." I'm like, "Hey, for 3 years you went without any pay. I paid all your electric bills, all your gas bill. I paid my parents' house off and everything, right? And then my siblings collectively, we came together, we took care of everything." I said, "Dad, the seed that you planted on us is working. It's 8 of us. We all work together to get this stuff taken care of." And he's like, "Wow." I'm like, "You did your job. Kick back and just relax." And he did that. So in 2002, my dad had went to court. They had my dad in the paper like he was a kingpin selling marijuana, but he didn't sell any marijuana. He just gave the lady, she went in his bag and took a $5 bag of marijuana. So 2 months before he went to court, my dad rededicated himself to Christ and started coming to church and was studying his word. In 2002, when my dad went to court, they found my dad not guilty. They let him retire, and they gave him all of his back pay. My dad left, went and bought a triple back Cadillac, and the license plate said TUJ, meaning thank you, Jesus. That's deep, right? So I know the Lord is real because my dad was battling cancer, whatever the case may be, and he had beat the cancer, right? He beat the lung cancer, but with the chemotherapy, it transferred to his brain. And my dad ended up transitioning from brain cancer, right? So when I was down, long story short or short story long, I met a young lady in Atlanta at EYL, and she's a black woman. Her name is Dr. Hadia Green. I want you guys to look her up. She has a cure for cancer, and she raised over a couple $1 million, but the government wants her to raise more money so she could be able to work on human beings. Now, if you know that they tell you that a satellite in the sky can read your license plate, the way she healed cancer is instead of her putting the chemotherapy through your whole body, she used a system, came up with a system, and wherever the cancer is in your body, it goes right to the cancer. So your whole body doesn't. So if the tumor is this big, and she works on you for, just say, I'm just gonna throw in 2 weeks, the tumor is gone and the cancer is gone. Her name is Dr. Hadia Green. She's 43 years old. She's a black woman. She's beautiful. She's been on all of these talk shows, but she has a cure for cancer, right? And they don't want her to be successful, but God is going to let her heal the world with that cancer cure that she has. And I'm telling you guys this because we are the original children of Israel. We the Aboriginals. God has a way of putting his children together to cure everything that's going on in this world. That's very deep. Dr. Hadia Green. If you want to, look her up online. Hadiyah. Last name is Green. She's a very, very powerful black woman. In fact, she just got an award from what is it? I forgot the name of the award, but she got an award from the President of the United States, Sleepy Joe. Joe Biden gave her an award for Businesswoman of the Year before this current administration got in, right? But they keeping it a secret because there's so much money in treatment, there's no money in cures. But God is going to show up and show out. If you get a chance, look her up and look at her story. If you want to make a donation to her foundation or what have you, in order to raise more revenue, so she can get the information out there, I would suggest that you do it. Somebody planted the seed in her, and it's growing. Somebody planted the seed in me, and it's growing. Somebody planted the seed in Ab, Rams, and everyone else on this chat, and it's still growing. Just cut the dead stuff off, and it's still going to grow. I love bonding with you guys. I love how the olive branches stretch out and the tree branches stretch out, and now we're about to be intertwined. I'm so grateful for that. I'm glad my buddy took his tablespoon of honey. He's not coughing no more. His nose may not be running no more. But before I get off, I want everyone to take your time for 21 days and don't eat any rice, no potatoes, no potato chips. Just eat all fruits and vegetables and watch your body heal itself. I know you guys don't want the stuff with seeds in it, but eat the stuff with the seeds in it. Like I just got finished drinking a gallon of okra water. Just watch your body heal itself. And once your body heals itself, it's going to fix that pineal gland upstairs. That's going to decalcify. And you're going to be like, man, don't worry about 10,000 steps a day. You'll be like, I'm getting 30,000 steps, 40,000 steps a day. That's because what you put in your system is going to work with this mind. That's the seeds that Ab was talking about. That's the seed I'm talking about. That's the seed that you know about. Drown out the noise. Pray over that piece of paper, those people that wronged you, and never look back. Short story long. Be great on purpose. There's nothing that you can't do or accomplish. And I pray that everybody that's on here that have children, that you create as many memories as you can with your children. Don't rely on their system to take care of your children. You come up with a system because parenting doesn't come with instructions. Even if your baby father won't let you see your child, write down what you want to happen because your words have power. That's planting the seed. You put it on a piece of paper. Paper comes from where? A tree, right? The money that you're trying to get in your pocket, that paper comes from where? A tree. Write their names down on a piece of paper. Write what you want to have done with your children on a piece of paper, and finish those scriptures. We all have a story to tell. Thank you for y'all. Be great on purpose and never look back. I'm about to get in the chat and holler back. No more ways of spending either. If you're getting your nails done every week, get them done once a month. Or just clip them short and get you some clear fingernail polish. That money that you're spending on your nails, you could put into play. You could put into an options play. And you take that options money and put it into your buy and hold. Because it's really about the buy and hold. For real. The buy and hold is where it grow at. The options is fun. Day trading is fun, right? But you can lose a bag. But if you put your stuff into like whatever just happened with my man Tim Cook, Tim Cook held it down for 15 years. He held it down for 15 years. So imagine what Apple right now. Apple is it's a lot of people on here right now. They'll go back and forth with you. What's better, Apple or Samsung? The company ain't dead. So right now you'd be like, you know what? You're right. I'm spending $300 a month on my nails. Or I'm spending $300 every 2 weeks on new Jordans. Put that money into Apple. I got to give y'all my disclaimer. I'm not telling you guys what to buy, but just find you a company that a lot of people spend money with and invest. Tim Cook may go to Nike. Nike done had 4 or 5 CEOs in the last 2 years. But how many Negroes is buying Nike? Think about it.
None.
I'll talk to y'all in a minute. Love y'all.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that, Jason. Appreciate you. Always appreciate the words of life that you speak.
Can't even hear you, Ab. You keep pushing.
Huh?
You hitting mute. Where Rams at? I can hear Rams when he get on. I can't hear Ab.
He in the backstage.
I don't know what the Satan is trying to do. Every time I try to get on with the God, I can never hear you.
Oh.
Can never hear the God. Turn your hat to the back like Rocky Balboa and see that. Oh, let me see. I see you moving your hand. It's the flick of the wrist, huh? I see you flicking your wrist. My man already healed. He's just going through the process. I see you. You had to put you out on the court or take you golfing. I see you got your little bandage on your wrist like loose now. Huh, man? God is awesome, man.
You can't. All right.
Now you trying not to show your wrist because you want to.
You can't hear me at all.
You know what I'm saying? That joint working. I can't hear you.
Making me crazy.
I can't hear you.
All right. Anywho, all right.
Tell my man Ace I said what up too. Say eat a kibble for me.
He eat meat. I don't feed him. Oh, you can't even hear me. I don't eat this food. I don't feed my dog that food. But
definitely can't hear you. Tell Rams. Hey Rams.
All right.
So I can hear the God.
Thank you for that, Jason.
You're welcome, Angie.
You can't hear me. You made me lose my train of thought. All right, boom. Oh, Talisha said too far chopper, but I already knew women are gonna say something about that. You know, y'all could learn how to do it yourselves. My queen does it. I don't know how though, like, cause the time that she takes to do that shit, she does her nails and her hair. Like she be doing butterfly locks and all that. I just be like, 2 days for hair? You're bugging. All right. Oh, there you go. Excuse me. Let me text your husband. Tell him to stop giving you that $100 for that set. All right. Anyway. All right. So I do want to say, may God, the author of life and the healer of all things, lay His hand upon Angie's daughter. We speak strength into her body and peace into her mind. Let no weapon formed against her health or her spirit prosper. We stand in the gap, locking in our faith, and we decree that she shall rise, she shall heal, and she shall be whole. Amen. And as some of you would say, amen. Prayers and blessings for Angie's daughter. All right. All right, so I'm gonna breeze through a little bit. It's almost 3. My shit. This thing is bothering me, making me want to go. All right. We have come to a point in our journey where we must draw a line in the sand. We call this segment ownership over consumption. It's all love, Angie. Stay positive. Remember, thoughts is so powerful. But I want you to understand that we are not just talking about buying the stock instead of a pair of sneakers. That is a kindergarten level of ownership. I'm talking about ownership of the self, the architect of the mental prison. You see, for centuries, y'all gotta follow me. These last 2 segments, you're about to learn. The next segment, last one, if you don't like numbers, you gotta really focus. Listen to me. The Western world has been a producer and you have been a consumer. But what you have been consuming designed to make you comfortable with your own desires. They tell you to look up to Hegel. Hegel, do y'all know who Hegel is? The man they call the giant of German philosophy. But when this giant looked at you, he saw the midget. He wrote that Africa is no historical part, is in no his. He wrote that Africa is no historical part of the world. He said we had no movement or development to exhibit. He wanted to write you out the human story so that he could justify keeping you in a state of servitude. Well, then they bring you Immanuel Kant. They said read his critics, study his logic. But Kant's logic had a poison pill inside of it. He sat in his study and declared that the Negroes of Africa have by nature no feeling that rises above the trifling. Do you hear that? The father of modern ethics didn't believe you had the capacity for deep feeling or higher thought. And then they gave you John Dewey, the progressive, the man who shaped the very schools that our kids sit in today. Dewey's philosophy of education was built on the idea of social efficiency, which for you, meaning being, or we'll say, he prepared to serve a system that was never, or yeah, he prepared a system that was there not to ever serve us, basically. So when you consume their philosophy without a filter, you are consuming the idea that you are the secondary being. You consume their news and you learn to fear yourself. You consume their entertainment and you learn to mock yourself. You consume their education and you learn to doubt your own God-given intellect. That's why you have money but no power. That's why you have influence but no impact. Because you are an owner of things but a consumer of identities. You are dressed in the labels, thinking with their thoughts and wondering why you still feel like a slave. Ownership means you stop asking for a seat at their table and you start building the room. Why should I care what Hegel thought about my history when I know my ancestors were calculating the stars while his was still living in caves? And excuse me, but I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just speaking the truth, so don't get offended. Why should I care about Kant's reason when I have the reason of the Almighty God flowing through my veins? You own your rising, you don't give it to a screen. You own your attention, you don't give it to an algorithm. You own your perspective, you don't let a man who hates you define your potential. We are talking about God, and God did not create you to be a user. He created you to be a creator. When we talk about building a legacy, not just income, we're talking about creating a world where our children don't have to read Hegel to find out who they are. We're creating a world where they don't have to look at a market for their value. because they know their value comes from the one who fashioned the universe. Breaking mental and financial chains is a single act. You cannot break the financial chain while the mental chain is still locked. You have to stop consuming the lie. You have to stop consuming the lie of your inferior, inferior. Wow, I cannot say that word right now. Lock in, take back your mind, take back your time, take back your spirit. And if you are going to be an owner, start by owning the truth of who you are. And then I gotta end it because my nose and my throat is really woo. We have reached the end of our session, but I want you to understand that we have reached the beginning of your life. We are talking about breaking chains. And I want you to understand that a chain is not just a piece of iron. A chain is a frequency. A chain is a state of being where you are locked into an orbit that was never meant for you. Now you have to listen to me real quick. It gets deep. Look at the universe. The master architect didn't just throw stars into the sky. He placed them with the mathematical precision. The Earth sits exactly 93 million miles from the sun. If we were 1% closer, we will be consumed by the fire. If we were 1% further away, we would be frozen into the dark. Think about the math. The Earth rotates at a speed of 1,037 miles per hour at the equator. If it is slowed down just a fraction, your days will burn and your nights will freeze. Your life is sustained by a perfect distance. There is a law of attraction, a law of repulsion that keeps the planets in their place. And I'm here to tell you, your mental chains are nothing but a false gravity. You have allowed the world and the men like Hegel and Kent to pull you into an orbit of inferiority. I don't know, man. You are circling the sun of poverty and you wonder why your soul is cold. You wonder why you are burning up in anxiety. It is because you are out of your divine position. They want to tell you about hell. They say hell is deep under your feet and the heaven is somewhere above the clouds. We don't question these things. Why? They want you looking outside of yourself so you never have to deal with what is inside of yourself. Science, everything revolves around science. The Quran is really big on science. Look at science. The center of the earth is nearly 4,000 miles beneath your feet. For every 100 feet you go down, the temperature rises by 1.5 degrees. By the time you reach the core, it is 10,000 degrees. The same as the surface of the sun. If there was a physical place of punishment called hell beneath us, the very ground you walked in will be a furnace. God did not create a physical oven to bake his children in. That is a story told by men who want to rule you through fear. In heaven, in the sky, I'm sorry, y'all know I always speak on this. I know y'all probably don't agree with some of the stuff I say, but you tell me what you believe in and tell me why you believe it. Someone taught you it. Are you actually digging? Because I am. Heaven, if you go up, the oxygen disappears and the temperature drops to 450 degrees below zero. Does that sound like a paradise for a physical body? No. Heaven and hell are states of being. Hell is the friction of a mind out of alignment with truth. Heaven is right here, between your eyes, when you realize your own divine, and you start to build a legacy that reflects the light of God. In science, there's a concept called escape velocity. It is the speed of 25,020 miles per hour that a rocket must reach to break free from the gravitational pull of the earth. If a rocket wants to leave the ground and reach the heavens, it cannot stroll. It cannot try. It must generate enough power to shatter the pull of the ground. Your financial chains are the gravity of the past. Your mental chains are the gravity of your ancestors' trauma. You must generate spiritual escape velocity. You must burn the fuel of discipline. You must ignite the engine of truth. You must push against the weight of I can't until the chain snaps from the sheer force of your will. Look at the North Star. The North Star. It is the fixed point of light. Legacy is your North Star. Income fluctuates like the tides. The market moves like the wind, but legacy is fixed. When you align your mind with legacy, you are no longer a planet. Being pulled by the gravity of a bank account, you become a sun. A sun does not seek light. A sun is light. It radiates because that is its nature. I want you to hear me very clearly. God did not create you to be a satellite. He did not create you to be an orbit on another man's philosophy or the opinions of your neighbors. He created you to be the center of power. But as long as you believe the lie of that you're not great, as long as you consume the poison of Hego and Kant, you are reinforcing the chain. You are tightening the bolt. We have to break it. Break it with realization that the same power that keeps the earth 93 miles from the sun is the same power that keeps pulsing in your heart right now. You are not too small. You are not too late. You are simply out of alignment. We have to lock in, snap the chain of I'm not enough, and snap the chain of I'll start tomorrow. Snap the chain of what will they think? We have to snap that chain. We're talking about God, and if you are the Almighty, you are the majority. The chains are going, the orbit changes, the stars are yours. And I have to get off of here because whoa, my head is busting. And thank you for that, Flexify. Healing is complete. The command center is yours. Let's go forth and own our lives. I'm about to pray. I'm about to clean out my nose. And I'll catch you on the Discord. My head is booming right now. I'm about to rub some rosemary leaves on my head. But thank you for everybody joining on here. Thank you for staying on. I tried my best. I didn't like it. I'll next Wednesday, trust me, it'll be way better. Friday, it's going to be way better as well. Thank you for your time, for being on here with me. Yup. Yeah, that's what I'm about. Yeah, the flush. I'm about to flush out my nose. Thank you for your time for being on here with me. Make sure you serve others. Make sure you're praying. Make sure you're doing what you got to do. Make sure you're not getting distracted. Make sure you're serving others. The highest human act is to inspire. And then would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with the world and at war with yourself? Think about it. Sit on it. All praise is due to Allah. Alhamdulillah. All praise is due to God. I don't have nothing more to say. I need to get off of here. I greet everybody in the words of peace be upon you. And in Arabic, we say assalamu alaikum. Peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses, peace, love, light, and healing upon everybody in here. Have an amazing day, and I'll be better in an hour.